Hi, everyone. The last time I read you a story, we talked about doctors and we looked at some of the tools that a doctor might use. And today I thought we'd talk about firefighters. And firefighters are very important workers in our neighborhood. And so I brought some things that I have at my house that the firefighter said I should keep inside my house. I brought this newspaper too because I love this truck. And it's a picture of a real truck and a real firefighter. There's kids over here on the side that make me think maybe this is a picture of a truck in a parade. So sometimes you'll see a parade with a fire truck in it. So that's kind of cool. Here's the things that I have at my house that a firefighter said I should have. One of my things is called a smoke detector. I'll show you how mine looks. Mine looks like this. And we have this in our house. We have one in the kitchen and we have one upstairs right by our bedroom. And if there is any kind of smoke in my kitchen or upstairs, this smoke detector will make a buzzing sound. An alarm will ring. And the alarm can be a little bit loud, but it's loud so we can hear it. Even if we were sleeping, it would wake us up. So if there was smoke in our house, smoke could mean that there's a fire. And if there's a fire in our house, we would have to go outside as quickly as we could and call 911. So I have this smoke detector. Here's the good news. I never had smoke in my house and I never had a fire in my house. The only time I can hear this alarm is if I'm cooking something and it starts to smoke a little bit. And then the alarm will sound. And mine does a little talking to me and it will say, the alarm will sound. The alarm is loud. At our school, sometimes we hear that fire alarm or that fire bell and we practice leaving our classroom, and it's a loud sound, isn't it? So I have this at my house. That keeps us protected from fire. And I also have this inside my house. Ooh, it's pretty heavy. I think you know what this is? This is actually called a fire extinguisher. Now, a firefighter would have a very big hose that he could hook up to his truck to get water, or he could hook up to a fire hydrant. But this has some kind of foam inside. If I have a little tiny fire at my house, I can get this and I would hold on to the handle and I would press it, and out would come some foam to put the fire out. I never had to use this in my house, but I keep it in my house so I can be safe. I wonder what you have in your house. I wonder if you have a fire extinguisher or if you have a smoke detector or a smoke alarm. You'll have to ask your grown up if you have one of those. So this I keep too in my house just to be safe in case we had a very small fire. I could get it put out before the firefighters would come. All right, today I have a little sorting game where we can look at things that a firefighter would use and things that a police officer would use. I'm going to put away my poster of that fire truck and I'm going to get out my sorting cards. So we'll do this as a little game. So here's a police officer. Oh, that's kind of tricky to see in the light. Let's see if I can change it a little bit so you can see it better. Maybe that's a little better. Here, let me try to put it down low. Oh, that's much better. Let's see if you can see the firefighter one. Oh, good spots. So this one says firefighter. There's a firefighter. This one at the top says police. So let's look at these cards and you can help me do the sorting and tell me which tools go with which person. All right, my first one, this is a notepad. Who is going to be doing a little investigating or detective work? Would a firefighter do it or a police? This one is for a police officer. If you thought it was police, you were right. All right, which of these workers would use a fire hose? Firefighter, that's a pretty easy one. All right, who would wear these big rubber boots? A firefighter. In fact, the firefighter has special boots where there's something that protects their toes. So if they were working in a fire and something fell down, it wouldn't hurt their feet because they have these special boots. They're a little different than rain boots. All right, who would have a ladder as part of their job? Firefighter is right. The firefighter certainly needs a ladder in case he has to get to a spot he can't reach. Oh, who takes care of fire? firefighter for sure. I think it's better for a firefighter to take care of fire than me because a firefighter has special equipment that I don't have. How about an extinguisher? You saw my extinguisher. That would be for the firefighter. All right. Ooh, let's see what else a police officer would need. Oh boy, handcuffs. Oh, if a police officer caught a bad guy, the police officer might put handcuffs on the bad guy. All right. How about a flashlight? You know what? I think a firefighter and a police officer would use a flashlight. This one has a little police badge on it. So for this game, it goes with the police officer. Ooh, who would have a whistle? A whistle would help you get someone's attention. Police officer. Sometimes a police officer uses a whistle to direct traffic. And if the police officer wants some cars to go, the police officer will blow her whistle and wave on those cars. So that's important to get everyone's attention. Who uses a fire truck? Easy. Firefighter. All right. Who would have a dog? I think a police officer or a firefighter could have a dog. This dog goes with the police officer. Sometimes dogs will help police officers do their jobs. All right. Who would have a police car? Police officer. What else could a police officer have? What do we have left? Oh, look at this one. An ambulance. Do you know that firefighters, some of them are also paramedics, and so they will use an ambulance as well as a fire truck. Good job. Good sorting. Now I have a story about a fire dog. And a long time ago, people would have a Dalmatian dog because the Dalmatian dog was a dog that was gentle with horses. So instead of a fire truck that firefighters might have, a long time ago, they didn't have fire trucks. They had horses that would have to pull a fire wagon. And Dalmatian dogs were very helpful to the firefighters. And so they would have those Dalmatians. So a lot of times when we think of dogs that belong in firehouses, right away we think of Dalmatians. So this story is about a Dalmatian dog, and her name is Spot. Dot the fire dog. Oh my goodness. I'm making a lot of mistakes today. I'm glad you are not laughing at me. Dot the fire dog. Oh, look at this page. Does it look like Dalmatian fur? Let's check and see if the back is the same. It is. Oh, I love when books have the same in the back and the front. Dot the Fire Dog is written by Lisa Desmini. And look what number's on the fire station fire truck. Number 21. So there's a 21 on the engine. The firefighter has a number 21. But Dot's hat looks a little different. I wonder if we'll find out why her hat is different. Dot the Fire Dog. Ooh, in this book, it says it was written for all junior firefighters. Ooh, look at all this firefighting equipment. Dot the Fire Dog lives in the firehouse, and she sleeps by the firefighters' big rubber boots. Their black jackets with yellow stripes hang on hooks next to their helmet. Ah, I see her helmet. It doesn't have a number 21. It says Dot, D-O-T. The jackets hang on hooks next to their helmets, while the big red fire truck waits downstairs. Oh, there's the 21 again. The firefighters might be stirring a pot of spaghetti, reading a book, or playing catch with Dot when ring! Everyone stops. Now they move fast. They pull on their big rubber boots. They put on their pants and their jackets. Don't forget your helmets. You too, Dot. Dot and the firefighters jump into the truck and drive out the firehouse door. They turn on the sirens and everyone gets out of their way. Wee-oo, wee-oo, wee-oo. The fire truck stops in front of the burning house. Now, what phone number do you think the people in the house had to call? 911. Oh, he's hooking up a hose to the fire hydrant. Dot and the firefighters run inside to wake up an old man who was sick in bed. The firefighter carries him to safety. Oh boy. Do you think that firefighter needs to be strong? He really does. Firefighters have to do some exercising too, so they stay strong and healthy. But oh no, Dot hears a kitten. There must be a kitten trapped inside the house. Dot goes back, and she comes out carrying the little kitten in her mouth. Dot is being very gentle. She doesn't want to bite the kitten, but she uses her mouth to carry the kitten. A firefighter climbs the ladder and breaks a window so all the smoke will come out. And down below, it takes 3 firefighters to aim the water right at the windows. The water pumps through that hose, and it's very powerful, so it takes a few firefighters to control it. It takes a while, but finally the fire is out. The firefighters load their gear onto the truck. The old man is feeling a little better. He thanks the firefighters, and the little kitten licks Dot's nose. Back to the firehouse, the firefighters step out of their boots and pants and hang up their jackets next to their helmets. Dot's helmet comes off too. Everything gets checked out and put away. The truck gets washed outside behind the station. Now the firefighters can rest after a job well done. They might play a game of checkers, eat a bowl of soup, and Dot takes a nap next to the big rubber boots. But she will be ready when the alarm bell rings again. Firefighters even have to sleep overnight in their fire station because if there's a fire at night, they need to be ready. And so they stay there and they wait so they can make sure they get to your house as fast as they can. All right, I'm going to show you my board again, and I'm going to do a little switcheroo. And instead of having my pocket chart, I'm going to switch to my flannel board. Do you know that we have a video on our YouTube page that is a firefighter video, and the firefighter's getting dressed in all of his gear that he wears to fight a fire. And guess how we got that video? So our teacher in kindergarten, Mrs. Schroeder, she is married to Mr. Phil, and Mr. Phil is a firefighter. And so Mr. Phil made a video for the kindergarten kids, and guess what? Mrs. Schroeder said we could have it for preschool too. So I thought that was pretty nice. Oh, wrong board. Let me do another switcheroo. So if you want to, you should check out that video of firefighter Phil getting his gear on, and it'll tell you what each part of his gear is for. All right, I'm going to put some firefighters on my board. You help me do the counting. All right, there's 1 and 2, 3, 4. Ooh, do you think I can fit 1 more on the end there? Let's see if it'll stay. 5. Oh boy. Now sometimes when I try this, the firefighters fall down by accident. I hope they don't. I hope they stick to my board for the whole song. All right, you can help and get 5 fingers ready. So we have 5 little firefighters standing in a row. Ding, ding goes the bell. Down the pole 1 goes. Zoop. All right, let's see what we have now. 1 on the bottom, and we have 4 up on top. 1, 2, 3, 4. If I wanted to know how many firefighters I have all together, I would say 4 plus 1 equals 5. All right, let's see. So now I have 4. 4 little firefighters standing in a row. Ding, ding goes the bell. Down the pole 1 goes. Zoop. Okay, let's see what I have. How many on the bottom? 2 is right. How many up top? 3. 1, 2, 3. Now, if I wanted to know how many I have all together, I would say 3 plus 2 equals 5. Ooh, every time I'm going to have 5. But now I'm going to sing about 3. 3 little firefighters standing in a row. Ding, ding goes the bell. Down the pole 1 goes. Zoop. All right, how many do I have on the bottom? 3 on the bottom. How many up top? 2. 3 firefighters plus 2 more is 5. I still have 5 firefighters all together, but now I have 2 left. 2 little firefighters standing in a row. Ding, ding goes the bell. Down the pole 1 goes. Zoop. All right, now let's look. How many at the top? One. Now, without using your finger to point, can you tell me how many are on the bottom? If you said four, you were right. Sometimes when you're learning how to count, you might use your finger to count. One, two, three, four. But after you've practiced counting, sometimes you can just look and you'll already know. One firefighter plus four more equals five. All right, one left. One little firefighter standing in a row. Ding, ding goes the bell. Down the pole he goes. Oh boy. How many firefighters do I have up at the top? Zero. How many at the bottom? Five. Oh boy. Zero plus five equals five. No firefighters at the top and five down below. Well, thank you, my friends, for learning about firefighters with me. Maybe with your family, you could practice a fire drill. So even at your house, you can have a fire drill, and your family can practice leaving your house and finding a safe place to meet. Maybe that's something you can try. All right, have a good afternoon. I'll see you later.